Alrighty, guys. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. Happy New Year's Eve, y'all. We got ourselves a new year ahead of us starting tomorrow. Honestly, can't really believe it because this year really flew by quick. Well, anyways, what's up, guys? Hope everyone is doing good. We're going to go ahead and jump on into it. We do got a couple active severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing currently. We do have ourselves a bit of a severe weather threat for today that we are going to be doing a bit of coverage here for right now. So actively at the moment, we are watching a couple of severe thunderstorms. We have one in southwestern Pennsylvania out here towards Uniontown, including New Salem, Republic, Rice's Landing, including areas like Masontown, Smithfield, and Greensboro. This is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and small hail. Really, going to be mostly, for this storm anyways, hail's not really a concern. For the storm out here by Uniontown, the main problem, or the main concern with this storm is just going to be like gusty winds and whatnot. We also do have another warning here on that same storm to the east here, out here towards, for southwestern Pennsylvania, towards like Markleysburg, we have Ohio file, I think it is. I think that's how you say that. As well as like Brandonville here up in northern West Virginia, towards areas like Cuzzard, I think as well, and Albright. This is another severe thunderstorm warning in effect here for also 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and small hail. So on both of these storms here, the main concern is just the potential for some gusty winds. However, the overall outlook for today is really all hazards. We're talking potential for tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds today across the mid-Atlantic here overall. But what's up, everybody? Let's see who we got here for today. We have ourselves Alec, we have Mark, we have Ben, let's see, we have Drew, we got Courtney, we have Guest, we have Sadie, Alt, we have Kim, Carissa, let's see here, Janice, and Binksy, I think that's how you say your name. What's up, guys? Of course, everybody else who's not chatting here as well. So on these storms here that have rolled through like West Virginia and whatnot, they actually have been producing a bit of damaging wind gusts. For example, out here by Morgantown up in northern West Virginia, we did have a report of 63-mile-an-hour wind gusts actually being reported out there. So to be classified as a damaging wind gust, it has to be sustained of 58 miles an hour or greater. And we do have ourselves quite a few of reports coming through. Some of these guys actually are not necessarily really classified as damaging winds, but there is a lot of reports of really strong winds rolling through the region here from this storm here. We're actually going to hop down to the Charleston, West Virginia radar. Actually, the only radar that's in West Virginia here. So, with this line that rolled through, Charleston a little bit ago has sustained 52-mile-an-hour winds out there. We did have ourselves some pretty strong winds roll through Charleston, although not necessarily severe. So the next thing I do want to go ahead and show you guys here, we're going to hop you all over here to the SPC. Actually, we'll bring it over here to you guys. So this is the day one outlook for today. We do have ourselves, a pretty decent-sized marginal risk here, a level 1 threat. But like I mentioned, even if it's a level 1 threat like it is today, you shouldn't let your guard down. Honestly, I really felt like today was worth doing some coverage for, so I went live for it. Because like we mentioned, we do have potential for tornadoes, out here towards, if the if the winter weather advisory would move, you guys could see that. But we do have two areas here, as you can see, throughout like eastern Kentucky, like southern Ohio, western areas here of like West Virginia. We do have... Here, let's do this. We do have the potential for a couple isolated tornadoes, as well as another area here kind of in eastern Virginia, for the central eastern side of Maryland. The entire state of Delaware, considering how small it is included. And about, half of New Jersey, like the central and southern side of New Jersey, is in that tornadic probability here as well, overall. Now, damaging winds is really kind of one of the main concerns here. You can see the damaging wind threat throughout the entire area. The marginal risk here, we are talking the potential out here for some damaging wind gusts, potentially up to right around 60, maybe worst case scenario, upwards of 70 miles an hour. I would say it's unlikely. Honestly, those wind gusts are going to be ranging more than likely between 60 and 65 mile an hour wind gusts overall. That's probably where we're going to be, standing at. But anyways, and then of course we do have our hail threat here today, pretty much for the same areas. This is our active hail threat. Hail will be possible today. We will have the potential of seeing hail quarter size or greater. It is possible, and it is actually expected for today. So just look out for hail as well. There could be a little bit of a hail concern with it, as well as, like I mentioned, damaging winds and a couple of isolated tornadoes. Definitely will be quite possible. Now, another thing I do want to look at real quickly, we're going to bring you guys over here. I'm curious to see what the flooding outlook looks like here for today. I don't think, we don't have any active flooding threats here for today, thankfully. Actually, the next 3 days, we're looking pretty good. Hold on a minute. Day 3, we have a really little flooding threat out here for extreme northwestern California and extreme southwestern Oregon there overall. We did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see here. Honestly, okay, so a new warning just got issued southeast of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, out there towards Greensburg, Mount Pleasant, Connellsville, as well as Latrobe. I'm not sure how you say that one, but I think that's how you pronounce that. But yeah, once again, this is just a warning here for like 60 mile per hour wind gusts here. Like I mentioned, I really think that that's going to be kind of like the main threat for today. It's going to be like, potential for damaging winds. But like we mentioned, there is that shot for a couple isolated tornadoes too that we're going to need to look out for, as well as, like we mentioned, the potential for some hail as well. Let's see here. Tabletop man, thanks for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. Saying any chance for severe this week, Monday in North Carolina. So no, I don't think so. I think we're relatively pretty good towards your region here. Today's threat, so you're up here, you're kind of in like the southern side of North Carolina, so your threats, or the threat today I should say, is up in the mid-Atlantic region north of you. You are not actively in the threat here for today. Now tomorrow we don't have a thunderstorm threat at all. Tomorrow we're looking pretty clean, nothing expected severe wise. Same thing here for Thursday. And then, of course, we move our way into Friday. We're looking pretty good. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. As of now, we're looking pretty good. No active risks for you. Really the only active threat that we have right now is the one we're covering right now throughout the Mid-Atlantic for states such as like Kentucky, a little bit of Ohio, West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, a little bit of Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. That's kind of where the threat is for today. But no, you're good, man. Once again, thanks for the 2. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Another $2 super chat coming in from Fall Wyatt. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Saying pretty calm, to be honest. That's, you know what, it's not as bad as it was the other day. That is for sure. But we still do need to be on the lookout for all hazards, like I mentioned here. Right now, we do have a couple active severe thunderstorm warnings here, mostly just for some damaging wind gusts. But, it's definitely not like comparing to the other day where we had that crazy outbreak and stuff like that. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. It does not compare to that, but we still, like I said, we still do need to be watching out for. Even if the threat is fairly low for today, it is still an active severe weather threat with all hazards being possible. So that's really why we're live here today. But once again, Fall, appreciate it. Thank you for the 2. How's New York City for today? New York City, I don't think's in the risk. Are you? Yeah, New York City barely is outside of the risk area here. So while there is a possibility for a few thunderstorms out there today in New York City, it is possible for a couple storms, like a few booms of thunder, but we're not expecting really any severe weather for today. So that is that. Let's see here. Is the South going to get more severe weather soon? So if you guys were here yesterday during our live stream, here, I'll go and bring you guys over here again. If y'all were here yesterday during our live stream we talked about another storm here that's we're kind of watching, which could be pretty problematic. Let me go ahead and bring you guys over here real quickly. So we'll look at the GFS here first. So, yeah, there's a storm that we're watching that could be quite problematic here, as you can see, really starting to kick off right around the 5th or so. And the model has been very consistent, or I should say the models between the GFS model, the American Long Range one we're looking at right now, as well as the European model, the ECMWF. As you can see, we do have a lot of ice out here towards, some of the Midwest here, as well as areas like towards, kind of the northern part of the southern U.S., in which a cold front will be rolling through, which could drive some severe weather in the south. If it does, it'll be sometime probably right around the late 5th or the 6th, whenever that does roll through. Now, it's not just the GFS that supports that. The Euro here does as well, as you can actually see. Models, honestly, they're not really, like I said, they're really isn't that much of a difference between, but what the Euro and the GFS does say, also showing that long line of storms rolling its way down through, which could, once again, be a concern for possible severe weather. We're just going to have to see how that plays out overall. Let's see, Sam WX, man, thank you for the 2. I appreciate it. Saying, any chance for snow in Abbeville, South Carolina? So whenever it comes to the event here, I don't think we're really going to be dealing with any wintry precipitation for South Carolina. Honestly, I think you guys are not really, we're really not expecting much out there towards the Carolinas regarding snowfall and stuff. This just gets too far down in time. But as of right now, no. But I would keep an eye on that system here that we're keeping an eye out there for, as there could be some impacts, regarding the system. There still is a bit that we need to learn, and the models do need to work things out a little bit better. But, I mean, the overall setup is there between both of the main models, the GFS and the Euro, there overall, in which, ice could be included and stuff like that for some of the areas further up north. But I think that, there might be a shot for storm activity out there. We'll have to see. It's just a little bit too early to tell for sure if severe weather will be a concern on that system. Which, it's very possible. Very, very possible. But we'll keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Doom says, thanks for the support. No problem. Anytime. Let's see here. Storm Tracker says, this is a hello from Kent County, Maryland. I'm in the center. Let's see. I'm in the center of the wrist today. I'll be posting some stuff over. Why are you self-promoting, dude? Seriously, that's kind of a low blow, man. You don't got to be doing all that. Let's see here. Amy coming in with a $5 Cash App donation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Very, very sweet of you. Thank you so much, Amy. That is really, really sweet. Saying Happy New Year. You as well, Amy, and all of you guys as well. Seriously, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that, Amy. Very, very sweet of you. Let's see. Snow for Southern Maryland. So, Drew, we're going to have to watch it because I think it's possible. I do, actually. Like we mentioned, the models that we've been kind of paying attention to, like, for example, the Euro here, let's see here. The Euro does show the potential for snow out there towards the mid-Atlantic. I do think this storm could be, like I said, I do think this storm could be driving some winter weather towards the mid-Atlantic. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. You can see the GFS here, the latest run, isn't really that, it honestly really isn't that much different regarding, where the snow could end up, although a little bit further south according to GFS here, but still, this storm could be driving some more snow a bit more further south. I think so. Oh my gosh, Carissa coming in with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Carissa. I really appreciate that. Saying thanks, Andrew, for everything you do. I hope you have a wonderful new year. Be safe, everyone. This is the best community. Carissa, seriously, thank you so much for that. That is really, really sweet of you. Carissa, back to you as well. Happy New Year to you as well. Seriously, thank you for that. That is really, really sweet of you. That's really generous. Carissa, thank you very, very much for your support. That means a lot. Thank you so much for that. Very, very sweet of you. Let's see. Joe says, thanks for all your hard work. North Alabama family refuses to take cover even when many warnings. There's a lot of people that refuse to take action for warnings. And honestly, it's very dangerous because, obviously, if you don't take shelter during these warnings, then, there could be a tornado that it could impact your area. It could get pretty ugly if you don't take action. Obviously, the people who do seek shelter and stuff like that, and those warnings are prepared and they're ready for it. Therefore, have a really good chance at making it through. But yeah, for the people who really don't take shelter during these events, it's very dangerous, and I would highly advise that that you don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy who doesn't seek action or seek shelter if a warning does get issued. There's a lot of people I know that are like that, including some people I know very close are like that as well. And I try to tell them, over and over that it's you gotta just do it. Those warnings are there for a reason. They're not there to just tell you what to do. Basically, they're there to help you in general. Let's see. Amy says, Happy New Year. You too. Once again, Amy, thank you for your support. Same thing for you, Carissa. You guys are awesome. I really, really appreciate it. Let's see here. Jaden says, what about Tennessee? So let's talk about, are you wondering about today's threat? Hold on, they just actually updated today's risk. Look at that. Got a new outlook that just came out. So yeah, Tennessee, if you're talking about today's severe weather event, no. Tennessee's good here overall. Which the new outlook, actually, we can look at that real quickly. The new outlook does still have that 2% risk out there for kind of eastern Virginia, central eastern Maryland, Delaware, a little bit of southeastern portions of Pennsylvania, and central and southern New Jersey. In terms of damaging winds, we do have ourselves a 5% chance out there still for damaging wind gusts. Once again, possibly some damaging winds right around the range of around 60, maybe to 65 miles per hour. And hail threat here, also we have that 5% still. Not a lot's changed except for the withdrawal of the risk today for areas of like Kentucky and a little bit of Ohio, I think, was in that risk there. They did withdraw it from those two states, but we still have it in the dark green. That risk is still there. But in terms of Tennessee, for let's see, we're gonna hop you guys over here. So in regarding to Tennessee, for the upcoming threat that we're watching, or the upcoming storm, Tennessee could be potentially heavily impacted. It really depends, like, where that ice line is. As you can see here, the American GFS shows that line where some heavy ice could be a concern for Tennessee. We definitely want to watch this one very, very closely, and once again, that cold front coming through, that there could be potential for storm activity on that. We're still kind of waiting to see. I really want to wait till the mid-range models like the NAM and stuff like that come through before we really start talking about that, because I've noticed that the long-range models, they really kind of underperform the amount of instability in the atmosphere overall. I've definitely noticed that. But we'll have to see. But yeah, for Tennessee, though, there could be some complications here. We'll have to see. Euro, the ECMWF, honestly, like we mentioned, isn't really that far off. This model does have that ice line, so where the sleet and the freezing rain potential could be actually a little bit further up. For more of the areas out here towards like Kentucky rather than Tennessee, it's still a little bit. It still is a little bit, unknown regarding exactly where that snow, the snow and the ice line and stuff like that will be. It still is a little bit iffy. Let's see here. Sleeveless says, good afternoon. I'm in the marginal today. We will see how it goes today. Well, stay safe out there, my friend. Let's see. What's up? Quentin, hope you're doing good, man. I have a question about winter weather. That will happen. When will the impacts be in North Carolina? Gotcha. New York City. I don't know why I read North Carolina. Sorry. Anyways, but yeah, for New York City, it is still a little bit down in time. Still a little bit down in time here. In terms of like what the GFS suggests here, honestly, between the Euro and the GFS, it kind of keeps it out of the Northeast here, as you can kind of see. That is not final necessarily, but as of now, it doesn't seem like New York City is really going to be heavily impacted with that upcoming storm here. We'll have to see. Let's see here. Daddy Crab, man, coming in with a $5 super chat. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for your support. Saying thanks for the coverage. Next week, bitter cold. Yeah, that's an understatement. That is an understatement. It is going to be very cold. So, yeah, this system that comes through is going to be dragging down a lot of cold air from up north. We'll get that here in a second. But once again, man, thanks for the 5. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Let's see here. Randall says Norfolk, Virginia. So, up there in Virginia, like we mentioned, the impacts are still unknown. Euro once a storm for Virginia out there, like once a winter storm out in the region. Can't rule it out quite yet. The models have been they've been suggesting the storm being a little bit further south than the storms that we've already seen so far this year. But yeah, like the GFS model here, the latest run anyways, doesn't show as much towards Virginia. The impacts are still fully not 100% clear, but from what we can tell, and like from what the models have been talking about for the last while, is the fact here that honestly, that there's going to be a threat for snow as well as ice, potentially regarding freezing rain, maybe some sleet. It does seem to be a concern. Yeah, as you can tell, both of the models, they do suggest that at this point. So definitely do need to look out for that. Let's see. Olympic says, do I think that Kansas City is going to see a lot of snow? I know it's far out. I'm just wondering my opinion. I wrecked my car on the ice last winter. Oh, man. Well, I'm glad to see that you're okay. Obviously, I'm sorry to hear that. That's terrible. So for Kansas City, honestly, something that we still really need to look out for. I mean, you can see the Euro here suggests Kansas City being kind of near that snow, near that ice line here overall. Now the GFS here, the American long range model, you can see kind of has that. Maybe it's just a little bit of snow. It still is a little bit unknown to be for sure to be able to specifically pinpoint it quite yet, but we'll definitely still keep an eye out there for it. Let's see here. Thank you, because some people are saying that there'll be 2 feet of snow possibly in the models. I don't know about all that. Here, let's go and bring you guys over here. I don't know about all that, but I think it does have potential for being a pretty good storm overall, but it's still a little early to tell accumulations and stuff like that with that system. All right, let's go and give you all a little update right now. So like I mentioned, we do have a bit of severe weather going on here. Right now, we do have 2 warnings in effect. One's out here towards western Maryland and towards like the northern side, northeastern side of West Virginia. This includes Keyser out here in West Virginia, Elk Garden, West Virginia, and for the Maryland side, on the far western side of Maryland, this includes areas like Midland, Barton, and Westernport. You guys are in a severe thunderstorm warning in effect here for quarter-size hail. This one's actually for a little bit of a hail threat, too. Hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So heads up there for you guys. Let's go and take a look at velocity here just to see what's going on in this storm. I don't see anything rotating, per se, which is good. But, yeah, we do have a warning out there. Watch out for a little bit of hail, maybe a little bit of gusty winds on that there, too. Then, of course, we have the other warning for southwest Pennsylvania, out here towards Connellsville, out here towards Scottdale, including Dungal, Mount Pleasant, let's see here, Youngstown, Greensburg, and some other areas out here towards like Laurel Mountain Park. You guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning in effect here. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and small hail. So what they mean by small hail is that the hail should be under quarter size. To be classified as severe hail, the hail has to be quarter size or 1 inch in diameter or greater. If it's anything under that, it's not considered severe. So whenever it comes to it, hail could be upwards of 1 inch, but not really expected to exceed that. More than likely, the hail will be under the threshold for severity with the storm here. Let's see here. Rose says, what's happening? So there's a couple things happening. We got ourselves a storm that we're watching coming up here for right around the 5th and 6th. A lot of ice, snow, and possibly some severe weather with it. But what's happening right now is we do have ourselves a bit of a severe weather threat going on. We have ourselves marginal out here towards like Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, out there towards like New Jersey and whatnot. So yeah, we do have a little bit of a severe weather threat going on here. A couple of isolated tornadoes cannot be ruled out currently. Damaging wind gusts here, is also a possibility. Most likely ranging between maybe 60 to 65 miles per hour. And then, of course, we do have ourselves our hail threat here as well. Just a little shot for some hail, possibly up to like right on quarter size or so. It shouldn't exceed anything over 1.5 inches today. But yeah, anywhere from 1 to 1.5 inch hail, as well as 60 to 65 mile per hour wind gusts, and a couple of tornadoes is kind of what we're looking at here for today. We've already seen 63 mile per hour wind gusts reported up there in northern West Virginia not that long ago. MP, dude, coming in with a $5 sticker. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, MP. Thanks for your support. Greatly appreciated. Saying, what's up, people? Happy New Year. You too, man. Thank you for that. I really appreciate your support. You guys are very, very sweet. Thank you, seriously, MP, for your support. That is greatly appreciated, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Let's see here. Rose says, Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. Olympic says, thank you, and WW. I'll be watching you as we get closer. Yep, no problem, man. You're very, very welcome. And, we'll keep you guys updated with everything. I'll keep on posting. We'll keep on doing live streams from now until the day, of course. I really do want to do coverage, considering the ice problems with this storm. So expect us to do some coverage on it. Got a new severe warning. This one's for Virginia. But yeah, we will definitely be doing coverage on this upcoming storm system here. Well, not the one that we're covering now, but let's go and hop over here again. The one for like the Midwest and potentially areas like the Mid-Atlantic. Winter-wise, more than not. So we'll definitely look out for that. We'll keep you guys posted on that system here. Let's see here. Monster says, I think I'm in the tornado risk area. Should I be worried or concerned? I wouldn't be worried, honestly. I would keep an eye on the weather. It is very unlikely that you'll see a tornado. The odds are very much not in your favor of seeing a tornado today. However, it can't be ruled out. There is a potential for some of the areas here in Virginia. Like we mentioned here, we'll go ahead and pull this up again. There is a possibility for some areas here like Eastern Virginia, anywhere in the green here. Eastern Virginia, portions of central Eastern Maryland, Delaware, and central and southern New Jersey. We do have ourselves a 2% chance. We do have ourselves a 2% chance out there for tornadoes. And of course, our 5% wind threat out there, potential for gusts between 60 to 65 miles per hour. And in terms of hail, we are talking 5% chance out here for hail, basically between 1 to 1.5 inches in diameter, I think. Could be quite possible for today. So that's that. Anyways, folks, we got a new warning that just came through here in Virginia. Let's go and take a look at this real quickly. We're going to go pull up the Blacksburg radar here up in southwestern Virginia. We got a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Massey's Mill, Livingston, Arlington, Shipman, Cobesville, let's see here, Esmont, and Scottsville. You guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning here for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So a bit of a heads up there for you. Both gusty winds and hail is expected. Then south of that, we have another warning for basically the same storm, just an extent to the south for areas like Amherst, Sweetbriar Station, I think that's how you say that, out there by like Piney River. Let's see here, and that's all I see there. So that warning underneath is also for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well as quarter-size hail out here. This one actually has a tornado possible tag. Look at that. That one does have a tornado possible. Let's pull up velocity here. See what we got going on here. It's unfortunately, this storm here is not really in the best of radar coverage here. It's also kind of out here in the mountains too. which makes it a little bit more difficult to see. So yeah, there is a tornado possible tag. It does not mean that there's an immediate danger of a tornado like we mentioned. It just means that the storm could become tornadic. It could produce a tornado at some point. As of now, though, it is not warned. It's not tornado warned. If there was a tornado warning, then you'd take action. You don't need to seek shelter for a tornado possible. It just means be alert for a possible tornado. So just keep an eye on it. Let's see here. How long do I think this polar vortex will last? It's a good question. You know what? Let's hop back over here real quickly to the models, and we'll take a look at this. So in terms of, you can see this big plunge that rolls its way through. So in regards to that storm here, as you can see, it's going to be pretty darn chilly out there. It'll probably last a little bit. It's still a little unknown of how sure it'll last because, the further we go out in the models, the more inaccurate things do get. But it does have it lasting several days overall. I mean, you can see here. By the way, this is your actual temperatures. This is not feel like. This is nothing like that. This is your actual temperatures outside, in which you can see, according to like the GFS and stuff like that. We could be breaching single digits negatives out towards like the Midwest, the Central Plains potentially. Very, very cold. Now the Euro, the ECMWF here, the European model, Euro has this thing really being quite aggressive, as you can kind of see, as we work our way kind of in towards the second week of January, the first week into the second week. So, regardless, it is definitely going to be very, very cold, and, we're likely going to be dealing with those single digits and the negatives, especially up north. That cold air will be crashing down. We'll keep you guys posted on that. We'll keep you guys updated with that as well. But, just definitely prep for the cold because it's a coming. One heck of a way to start off the new year, man, I tell you. But, all right, we're going to head on back here. So like we mentioned, right now we do have a handful of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. Currently, we are watching a severe thunderstorm warning out here towards, we have a couple up here. We have one in southwestern Pennsylvania, out by Greensburg, out here towards Hannistown, Mount Pleasant, Scottsdale, out here by Jones Mills. We got ourselves that severe thunderstorm warning in effect for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and small hail. And on top of that, we have another severe thunderstorm warning here for western Maryland, which includes like Barton, Western Ports, Midland. This one's also in effect for quarter hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Honestly, it really seems like that threat might be increasing a little bit here, because beforehand we were mostly dealing with these storms just for 60-mile-an-hour winds and hail under the threshold for severity. Now it seems like a lot of these warnings here are picking up on the larger hail. Still hail size, not anything extreme, but we are talking for a lot of these warnings here, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter size hail, which is potentially quarter size, which is 1 inch in diameter or greater, 1 inch in diameter for quarter size hail. But it is still possible that we could have a little bit larger hail today. Overall, so we'll definitely need to look out there for that. Let's see here. Does SPC, do we have any mesoscale discussions out or anything? Typically, marginal risk, I've noticed, they usually don't issue watches that often for marginal risk areas. We do have a mesoscale discussion, though. They're concerning a watch, but the probability of a watch issuance is only 5%. It is very unlikely that we're going to get a watch out of this here. But they do say isolated strong to severe gusts may tend to become more sparse and wane across the east of higher terrain through 4 to 5 p.m. That is from what the SPC did say. But yeah, you can see watch probability or severe potential watch unlikely, watch probability 5%. So, odds of a watch getting issued is not likely. About a 95% chance it won't. So I'm not going to count on a watch happening out of this. But anyways, we do have a couple severes, and like we mentioned, we're gonna have to watch this one specific one towards Amherst and Sweetbriar Station. There's no active tornado warning in effect, but they do have a tornado possible tag on this one. Once again, does not show an immediate danger for tornadic activity, but it does say that a tornado could be possible. We can't rule out a tornado in that storm there. So as of now, if they did think it was a immediate concern for tornadic activity, they would have put a tornado warning, but that is not in place right now. That is not really necessary at the moment. Let's see here. Thanks for the breakdown. I have to keep my kittens inside. Gotcha. Yeah, definitely don't want them outside during that. Or your kitties outside. Yeah, definitely don't want them outside during that. Let's see. What's up, Jeff? Hope you're doing good, man. Welcome. Hazel says, I live in Ripley, West Virginia, and it rained most of the night in showers or heavy downpours. Yeah, I mean, there is some pretty good, precipitation rates on these storms here, too. For example, the one out here by, Lovingston, this is for Virginia, the one out here by, Shipman and, let's see, Arrington, I think it is, in Lovingston. You can see that radar is estimating some pretty high precipitation rates here, indicated in high DBZ values. Basically greater than 60 in some spots. Whenever it comes to it, that is likely a mixture between heavy rain and maybe some hail. The warning is actually warned for hail up to quarter size, so there very well in this area here could be some hail, as well as some real heavy rain for sure. Because radar is definitely picking up some pretty high precipitation rates on that storm here. Now, working our way over here to southwestern Pennsylvania for a little bit of an update here. When my radar loads, we'll talk about it. But we do have another severe out here. I believe this one is also for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Did that radar go down, or is my program just being dumb? More than likely option 2. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, for the storm out here by Scottsdale, I keep on saying that, Scottdale, southwestern Pennsylvania, we have Connellsville out there by areas like United, Youngwood, Youngstown, Laurel Mountain Park, let's see, Dungall, Luxor. So you guys are also under a severe warning here, too. Once again, actually, sorry, this one is for small hail, not quarter-size hail. Yeah, that's right. So, basically, the hail's not necessarily a concern, and the reason it's warned is not for hail. The reason this severe thunderstorm is warned is because of the damaging wind gust potential. This one has 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts out there. So that is a possibility on that line of storms, that little line of storms there. You can kind of see. So, yeah, we could definitely be dealing with a bit of gusty winds out there once that storm kind of rolls through. But anyways, so that's that. And, of course, we do have ourselves that other warning out here. That little warning in western portions of Maryland, out there by Lonacunning and out there by, Midland area. That one's in effect here, which that is just for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts on that one. So I believe that's relatively rural areas here. I don't think there's that many. I don't think there's really that many people in this area. Except for Lonacunning here, that's in the eastern side. But yeah, for a lot of the other parts, no, we just got Billy and his outhouse, and you got Jimmy John across the street. It's not a lot of people out in this area, thankfully. But yeah, for Lonacunning, that's kind of where the most of the population is. But yeah, just look out for some gusty winds. That actually does expire here in about 5 minutes, too, so it's not going to be in effect for that long. The one up north for southwestern Pennsylvania, this one for Greensburg and out there by, Youngstown and whatnot, that expires in 20 minutes. That one has 20 minutes. 35 minutes for the one by Lovingston, Virginia, which includes Coastville, North Garden, let's see here, Beech Grove, Scottsville, some of those regions there. Yeah, those expire here in about 34. So we still have a little bit of time for that one. That expires at, 3:45, I think? 3:45 Eastern. So we'll keep an eye out there for that. I'm just going to pray that the 2% tornado chance doesn't happen here. I need to see the ball drop for North Carolina. Why do I keep saying North Carolina? Oh, my gosh. New York City. Sorry. This is the second time today I've done that, man. where I see NYC and I say North Carolina. Man, I don't know why I've been doing that today. It's one of them days, I guess. But yeah. I hope not. I mean, given the setup that we have here today, one thing I will show you guys here. With the setup that we do have, I'm going to bring up meso analysis real quickly. Let's pull this up for you. Okay, so in regards to the mesoanalysis, basically current conditions, we do have this low, basically the engine of this event here. We do have that low positioning over like Ohio currently. So what this is doing here essentially is increasing our wind shear. Our lower level jet stream, the lower level current, is, I wouldn't say anything extreme, but it's fairly strong. So with that strong lower level jet here of around 30, 35 knots or so, once again, nothing super crazy, but enough per se, is increasing our lower level winds. So that is that. And whenever it does come to it here, let's see here, like regarding instability and stuff, there's really not a whole lot of instability out here. I mean, regarding the fuel for these storms, the thunderstorms in general, there's not a lot of fuel, honestly. So while the wind shear is there, while those strong lower level winds are there to support tornadic activity, the instability is fairly weak. There's not a lot of fuel in our atmosphere here, so we're working off fumes. But it still can be done. I just think it's pretty darn unlikely that we'll have tornadic activity. But honestly, but we still have that risk from SPC. It still is possible, but the odds are pretty low. So keep that in mind. So try not to work yourself over that. Surface cape here, kind of showing the instability kind of on the lower elevations here. Still fairly weak. And as we work our way down in time here, according to the models, and we might have a little bit more instability built in, but really not a whole lot here. I mean, yeah, instability is really not there. But our wind shear is. Yeah, low level winds are pretty decent. They're not anything excessive, but they're strong enough to get some potential tornadic activity. Considering it's late December, there should be no cape up here. Yeah. I mean, pretty much, yeah. What's up, Brandy? Saying hello, Andrew. Hello, everyone. What's up, Brandy? Hope you're doing good. But anyways, folks, we got a couple severe warnings in effect. Once again, we got one for southwestern Pennsylvania, if you're just tuning in here with us. This is for Latrobe, including Greensburg, here for Youngwood, out here by areas near Dungall. This is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the next 16 minutes, so not too much longer, just for the potential of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and some small hail being possible. Now, for the warning to the southeast, the one out here by central Virginia, which includes Livingston, North Garden, Scottsville, also Amherst here too. This is another one. Another severe thunderstorm warning in effect here for the next 30 minutes. So for the northern one for Livingston and Scottsville and North Garden, we got ourselves we got 30 minutes left here on that warning. This one is for the potential of both potential hail up to quarter size and damaging wind gusts up to right around 60 miles an hour or so. So that's that. But, and of course, the warning here to the south, this one actually has a tornado possible tag, as you can see here. That does not mean that there will be a tornado. It just means that, it just basically means remain alert for possible tornadic activity, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there will be. Because if there was an immediate danger for tornadic activity, they would put a tornado warning to replace it, but they have not. Therefore, it is still a severe thunderstorm warning, and just basically saying keep an eye on the storm as tornadic activity could be possible with it. But as of right now, it's not an immediate danger. Just be on alert, be ready to go to shelter if need be. That's basically what that represents. Anyways, so that's really the only activity we got going on right now. So we're just going to continue watching this. This is pretty much just what's going to be happening throughout for the rest of the day, pretty much, or through a lot of the day, especially a lot of this evening. As you can kind of see here, we do have this line of storms really kind of rolling through here. You can start to, starting to develop out here towards like the central side of Virginia. Models, as we work way down in time, they do suggest that line working its way to the east, possibly impacting areas near Richmond later on, which we will actually hop you guys over here to the models now. That is something I do want to look at with y'all. So let's go ahead and do that real quickly. We're going to go ahead and bring up the models here. Let's go ahead and switch y'all over here to the new, or the models over here. So we're going to look at the HRRR. Actually, we're going to, no, we'll use this page. Okay, it's fine. So let's go over here to the Northeast here so you guys can see like the Mid-Atlantic and stuff. So according to HRRR, as you can see, we kind of do have this little line roll through as we work way down in time. This is right around like 6 p.m. or so. Let's see if we can line that up for you guys. There you go. So you can see right around 6 p.m. or so, we have that line roll towards the Richmond area. Storm should relatively come to an end right around midnight or so. Right for the new year, pretty much. And on the back side of this storm system, though, guys, there might be a shot for some snow. For areas out there by, like, Ohio, maybe a little bit of snowfall, maybe for, like, northern Indiana, a little bit of Michigan, maybe, and perhaps maybe even a few snow showers up in those upper elevations here of, like, West Virginia for those top upper elevations there. We might have a little bit of remaining precipitation to accommodate for some snow. That is possible later tonight. So look out there for that. And of course, this low here is going to be kind of wrapping up and kind of working its way over here to the northeast, which will be driving some heavy precipitation out there, towards portions of like the coastal northeast here in general. So that is that. So that's basically what's going on there. Got some good news. They did cancel the severe thunderstorm warning here for southwestern Pennsylvania. That is no longer in effect. The one that we were just watching out here towards like Lot Robe, that is no longer in effect. That has now been canceled. So that leaves us with these two guys, these two warnings here in effect. We got about 27 minutes until these get expired here. We have North Garden included. We have Greenfield, Nelly's Ford. We also have Esmont, Covesville. Y'all are in a warning here for 27 minutes for both quarter-size hail potential and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, as well as the warning underneath for areas by Gray's Corner, Manteo, I think it is, as well as Woods Corner. This is in effect for same, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, as well as a tornado possible tag, which means, once again, not an immediate danger of a tornado, but it does mean that, the storm could become tornadic. So we'll definitely be looking out for that in general. But just, saying that these two warnings here are for both quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So we should definitely keep an eye out there for this. And like we mentioned here over the last little bit here, we really started to kind of develop this line here in which that will be persistent over the next several hours as it kind of just rolls its way throughout south central and eastern Virginia, in which there could just be on and off severe thunderstorm activity with that. But other than that, y'all, that's kind of where we're at. But anyways, folks, well, honestly, I'm probably going to roll off here soon. I have some things I do got to get done here today. But I just wanted to do a little bit of coverage. Just wanted to hop on here for a little bit here with you guys. Just to kind of show you guys what's going on, maybe do a little bit of coverage, just kind of show y'all kind of what we're expecting for today. If things do get really bad today, we will do an emergency live. But as of right now, I don't think that's going to be needed. Today being a marginal risk is a level 1 severe weather threat. Pretty low in threat. However, it is still a active severe weather threat. It is still something that can be concerning, can be problematic for, once again, tornadic activity, damaging winds and hail. It is all possible today still. So keep an eye out there for that. But yeah, just really wanted to hop on here for a little bit, kind of talk about the active threat and stuff like that. But if you guys did enjoy that, leave a like. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Leave a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are new. Before I do roll off here, I do want to go ahead and give a lot of thanks to our supporters for today, because we did have a couple of supporters. I'm very, very thankful for you all. So let's go ahead and let me look at this, pull this up real quickly. But I really do appreciate everybody for being here today. So a big shout out goes to Tabletop. Thank you so much for the 2. Appreciate it. Fall, thank you for the 2. Sam, thank you for the 2. Carissa, thanks for the $20 super chat. Appreciate it. Daddy Crab for the 5 and MP for the 5. Greatly appreciated, my friend. As well as Amy for the 5 on Cash App. Appreciate it, my friends. Thank you guys so much for your support. You guys help keep us running. Very much appreciative of you guys. So thank you all. Of course, everybody else, thank you for joining. I will try to do another live stream this evening for you guys, just to kind of hop on, do more of an update on this upcoming system. We'll do one more live stream before the end of 2024. So we'll be attempting to go live later today. So we'll do one more live for you guys. But alrighty, everybody. Well, thanks for joining. You guys take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. If you guys, once again, haven't already, consider leaving a like, hitting that subscribe button. Be greatly appreciated. And all right, my friends. Well, you guys take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, my friends. Catch y'all later on.